What's up, guys? Welcome to the next tutorial video for DuctTapeCreations. For this tutorial, I am showing you how to make a duct tape purse. So that's going to be pretty cool. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get started on making the purse. Okay, so let's get started here on making your duct tape purse. Now, what you're going to need to make the duct tape purse is you're going to need to cut out 6 strips of tape that are 9 inches long. And also, I apologize for the screen whiting out. It happens when I have a bunch of dark colors on my cutting mat below the camera, so it's kind of weird, but you can still see what's going on. So, okay. So now you're going to take these first 2 strips here, and we're going to stick them together, just like this. Just like this, so you have a bar of sticky side showing right up here. You can see that there. And you're just going to flip this over, making a nice rounded edge for the top of the purse. So that will look nice. So now you're just going to flip it over, and you're going to take this strip, your third strip, and just stick it down. And make sure it's even, and just like that. So now you're going to continue this process all the way down to your last strip, and you're going to stick them together until you have a sheet of tape that is 5 inches long. When you get to the bottom, you don't have to worry about rounding off the edge. Just make sure it's 5 inches, and you just leave it off like that. You don't have to round off the edge because that will get covered up at the end. So just finish making this, and then we'll move on to our next steps. So just finish this now. Okay, so now that you have your finished sheet, it should look like this. It should be 5 inches high and 9 inches long. Well, for this tutorial, if you would like to make your purse bigger, you can tweak the measurements, make the strips a little bit longer, or cut out more to make it longer. It's all up to you, whatever size you'd like to make your purse. You can just follow the same instructions that I give you here, just on a bigger scale. So after you have this done, you're going to make an exact duplicate of this. So you're going to have 2 total. So these will be the back and front of your purse. So now you're going to make this one. Now you're going to duplicate the step that you just did for this one, and you're just going to make another one just like I said. So do that now, and then we'll start constructing the purse. Okay, so now that you have your 2 sheets finished, we can start on making the bottom and the sides for your duct tape purse. So to make the sides and bottom, you're going to cut out 6 strips of tape, 4 that are 5 inches long and 2 that are 9 inches long, which, if you remember, is the length of the this line is the length of the bottom of your sheets, and 5 is the sides. So now we're going to take these strips here, and we're just going to stick them together. Just making sure that there's no sticky side showing. Just bring this up here. Okay. So now stick these together. Make sure there's no sticky side showing. Just like that. I mean, there might be just a tiny bit of sticky side on the bottom side, but that's okay. It won't affect anything. So now take your first 2 strips that are 5 inches long, and stick them together just like you did the 9-inch strips. Just the best you can, just like that. So now for your last 2. Okay. So just stick them together, just like that. And there you go. So now you have all your strips stuck together. So now you're going to cut out 2 more strips of tape. I have them over here, ready to go. one more strip that is 5 inches long, And hold on, let me get it up here. Here we go. And one more strip that is 9 inches long. So let me just move these back a little bit so I have room to work. So now you're just gonna take your strips here, and you're gonna do the best you can and cut them directly in half. Just like that. Okay, now wait, yeah, so you're going to have to cut out one more strip of 5 inch, you're going to have to cut out one more strip that's 5 inches. So, just cut that off your roll. Okay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. I overshot it a little bit. That's okay. Alright, so now do the same with this, just cut it in half the best you can. Okay, there. So now bring over one of your 5 inch strips here, and you're gonna just stick these to the sides, just like that. Now do the same with this one on the other side. And stick it down. Okay, so now bring over one of your sheets. Now flip this over so the 2 sticky bars are showing. And just bring the wall of your purse over and stick it down just like that. So now, I'm not sure if it will happen with you, but there's just a little bit of extra down here, so I'm just going to trim that off. It's no big deal. Just gotta make sure it's all level. Okay. Now you're going to bring over your next one in sheet and stick it down just like you did the other one. There we go. So now you have one of the walls of your purse. So now let's do that one more time for the 5 inch strips anyway. Okay, so now you're just going to stick that down just like that. There we go. Okay. So now do the same on this side. Stick it down. So there you go. So now just do the same thing you did. Okay, just open that up and stick it down just like that. Good. Okay, so now bring this side over and attach it like you did the other side. I mean, it's going to be a little bit harder because they have that other side attached now, so you gotta work with it. You just gotta work with it. So there you go. So now you have the 2 walls of your purse. So now for the bottom. Okay. So it's just the same method, just on a longer scale. Just stick them together just like so. And one more. And there we go. So now just bring your purse over here. And now just, oh, wrong side. Oops, I was about to put that on the top. Okay, so now just take your purse here and line it up just like that and set it down. So now you're going to bring this up and you're just going to seal this down just like that. Alright, so there you go. So now you may notice you have this little gap here. You can just, let me fix this here. Let me use the black so it matches the design I have on here. Okay, so just cut out, it's not going to take much, just cut out 2 strips of tape that are about, well, it actually doesn't really matter the length, they're so long that they fit over top of here. So now just stick that down and peel it over. Okay, so now you can take that roll away and do the same thing on this side. Just stick it down and bend it over. Okay, so there you have the pouch for your purse. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to put a flap over top and also how to make the strap. So let's move on to that step now. Okay, so now that you have the purse done, I'm going to show you how to make the flap. So to make the flap, you're just going to cut out 6 strips of tape that are 9 inches long, just like you did. Whoops, dropped the purse there. Just like you did for the walls of your purse. So now what you're going to do, let me just set it over there. Now what you're going to do to make the flap, you're going to take, after you had all the strips stuck together, you're going to take your ruler and just come in and, okay, so now you're going to, here, hold on, I'm going to move around this stuff so I have room to work. So you're just going to bring your ruler in to about the center of the piece right here. Let me grab my pen. So now I'm just going to take a pen and just mark right along this line, just like that. So now you're going to do the same on this side. Okay, well, you're not going to come exactly in the middle. They don't have to come exactly in the center. So now you're just going to write that line here. Okay. So now you're going to take your scissors here and you're just going to cut right along that line. Okay. Okay, so let's do it on that. So now you do it on the other side. Alright. So there's not really any use for these. If you can think of one, that'd be awesome. But I can't think of any, so those are just scraps. So now if you want, you can round off this square bottom here. Just like that. So now you're going to cut out one more strip of tape that is 9 inches long. I'm just going to peel it up and stick my finger there. Okay, so now you're just going to flip it over and use the black side. So now you're going to stick this down just like that. Okay. So now bring your purse over here. And now you're just going to set the purse right on top of that line there. It's a little bit of a gap. Okay, let's try that again. So just set it down. Okay. So just set it down so there's a little bit of a gap between the flap here and this. So there we go. So that'll work for your flap. Now, you can make it bigger so it will cover up more, or if you want, you don't have to curve it or do that. You can just make it one square piece. That'd be fine. However you want to make this, however you want to make the flap, it's all up to you. This is how I choose to do it. Just cutting off those little bits of sticky side there. Okay. So now to keep this shut, you can just use a little piece of Velcro there, and then that will stay shut. So now for the strap. So to make the straps for your duct tape purse, you're going to cut out 2 strips of tape that are 11 inches long. You're just going to take the first one here, and you're going to fold it in half best you can. It's a little hard. Duct tape tries and fights you with it. It doesn't want to fold over on itself. So that's a bit of a challenge, but I guess so it's just something to work with. And if you don't want to try this process, you can just cut out 4 strips that are 11 inches or whatever length you want, and just stick them together. Just stick them together like we did for all this, just the 2, and then stick them together with another piece of tape. So that'll work just as well as this. You'll have a thicker strap though, but that's all up to you, however you want to make the strap, however long or however wide. Alright. So now take the next one and just fold and stick it to this one and fold it in half, making sure that you cover up as much of the sticky side as possible. Okay, so now I have these little strips here, just these little 2x2 squares, and you're just going to stick them on the bottoms here, just like that. So bring over your purse, and you're just going to stick this right inside and stick it down, just like that. So I'll do the same with this side, just bring the strap over and stick it down. Alright, so there you go. Let me get the strap out of there, I mean the flap. So, there you go. So there's your duct tape purse. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial video on how to make your duct tape purse, and here's the finished product from this tutorial. Like I said, it looks pretty cool with the denim look and the black border. Now you can make yours any color you like, any type of design. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Also want to let you know this Monday's videos are 2 requested videos, so I'll hope you enjoy those. One is for a Domo wallet, and one is for a pixelated Mario painting. So that's going to be pretty cool. So I hope you'll enjoy those videos on Monday. So until then, like always, just enjoy the wonder that is duct tape, and thanks for watching.